Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, this is the Matrix Source Creator. If you've been riding with me for a while, you already know what's up. But for those just stepping into this journey, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss an upload. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so via PayPal, the link is in the description. And make sure you stay to the end and make sure you don't miss out on all the good stuff. Now, let's dive into today's topic. Happiness depends upon ourselves. Happiness, it's something that every single human being on this planet is searching for in one way or another. Some people believe happiness is found in material wealth, while others think it's about relationships, experiences, or achieving personal goals. But what if I told you that true happiness doesn't come from any of those external factors? What if happiness is actually something that we create within ourselves, something that is entirely in our control? This idea isn't new. The famous Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, "Happiness depends upon ourselves." But what does that really mean? How can we take full responsibility for our own happiness in a world that constantly throws challenges, struggles, and hardships our way? That's what we're going to explore in this deep dive. The illusion of external happiness. From the moment we are born, society conditions us to believe that happiness is something to be pursued outside of ourselves. We are told that once we get that dream job, that perfect relationship, that new car, or a certain amount of money, we'll finally be happy. But how many times have you gotten something you desperately wanted, only to realize that the joy was temporary? Think about it. Have you ever finally saved up to buy something expensive, like a new phone or a car, and at first, you were over the moon about it? But after a few weeks or months, that excitement faded, and you were already looking for the next thing? That's because external happiness is fleeting. It's like a sugar rush, intense at first but wears off quickly. This is because external happiness is an illusion. The moment we place our sense of fulfillment on something outside of ourselves, we give away our power. If our happiness depends on circumstances, then that means our happiness is fragile. It can be taken away the moment something changes. The truth is, real happiness is an inside job. It is something we cultivate within our own minds and hearts. The power of mindset. One of the most crucial aspects of taking responsibility for our happiness is understanding the power of our mindset. Our thoughts shape our reality, and our perception of life determines how we feel about it. Two people can go through the exact same experience, yet one may feel completely defeated while the other finds a way to remain positive and hopeful. What makes the difference? Their mindset. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as roadblocks. It means practicing gratitude for what we have instead of constantly focusing on what we lack. It means recognizing that we have control over our reactions, even if we don't always have control over our circumstances. Let's say you wake up in the morning and spill coffee on your shirt. A negative mindset would have you cursing the day, feeling like everything is going wrong. But someone with a positive mindset might just laugh it off, change their shirt, and move on. The situation is the same, but the reactions are different, and guess who is happier? Emotional responsibility. A lot of people blame their unhappiness on others, on their parents, their bosses, their partners, or even society. And while external circumstances do play a role in our emotional state, the truth is that no one else can make us happy or unhappy. Our emotions are our responsibility. Taking responsibility for our happiness means no longer seeing ourselves as victims. It means realizing that no one owes us happiness. It's something we must create for ourselves. If we rely on other people to make us feel good, we're setting ourselves up for disappointment. People can enhance our happiness, but they should never be the source of it. Think of that one friend who always complains about everything. No matter how much good is in their life, they always find something to be miserable about. Now think of someone who has been through a lot, but somehow they still have a smile on their face. The difference? One chooses to take responsibility for their happiness, while the other chooses to give that power away. The role of gratitude. One of the simplest yet most powerful ways to cultivate happiness is through gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's missing in our lives to what's already present. The more we train ourselves to see the good, the more happiness we experience. Start by keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down at least 3 things you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It can be as simple as I'm grateful for the sunshine today, or I'm grateful for a good conversation I had. The more we practice gratitude, the more we rewire our brains to seek out the positive. Self-love and self-care. Many people struggle with happiness because they neglect the most important relationship they have, their relationship with themselves. We can't expect to be happy if we are constantly criticizing ourselves, neglecting our needs, or treating ourselves with disrespect. Self-love is the foundation of happiness. It means accepting ourselves as we are while also striving to grow. It means setting healthy boundaries, practicing self-care, and treating ourselves with kindness. When we love ourselves, we no longer need external validation to feel worthy, and that alone is incredibly liberating. Think of it like this: if you're constantly running on empty, trying to please everyone else, eventually, you'll burn out. But if you take care of yourself first, you'll have more energy to show up for the people and things that matter most. Living in the present moment. A huge reason why people struggle with happiness is that they are either stuck in the past or worried about the future. Regret, guilt, and resentment keep us trapped in what was, while fear and anxiety keep us fixated on what might be. Meanwhile, happiness exists only in the present moment. Practicing mindfulness, being fully present in the now, helps us access happiness in a deep and lasting way. It allows us to appreciate the beauty of life as it unfolds, rather than constantly longing for something else. Meditation, deep breathing, and conscious awareness are all powerful tools to help us stay present. Choosing happiness every day. At the end of the day, happiness is a choice. It's a daily practice. It's about waking up each morning and deciding that no matter what happens, you will not let external circumstances dictate your inner state. It's about recognizing that you have the power to create joy, even in the midst of challenges. So, ask yourself, are you waiting for happiness to come to you, or are you taking responsibility for creating it? The power is in your hands. Choose wisely. And that's it for today's deep dive. If you found value in this, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. Let me know in the comments, what's one thing you do to create happiness in your life? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, stay aware, stay empowered, and remember, you are the creator of your reality.